Lesson 4. So today we are going to let the children sit. So I'm going to arrange the chairs again in a semicircle. And so this is the first time actually they've been playing their violins in our group class in a seated position. So I'm going to give tips for playing the violin sitting down. And you probably are all really familiar with how slouchy everybody's posture gets when they are sitting. So I have to get them to, I tell them about sitting on the front of their chair with their feet on the floor and their back's not touching, their back's not touching the back of the chair. Violin's holding them up, all about the posture stuff that will be obvious as the children are seated in front of you. What's going to happen? You'll have to give them those tips so that they know how to play in a seated position. But I still don't have music stands. They don't need music stands yet. That's coming up pretty soon. So they're just going to be, the only thing different is that they're going to be sitting in a chair. So for the younger kids and the ones who have just learned we've just read in the storybook, and so they know that there's different words from that storybook that you could play. We're going to review the original song so they can remember where the string crossings are all together and be able to handle that, which is the one that it was just a quarter note rhythm. And then if we change the words, we change the rhythm, and that new version, again, I'm going to review with them, is called a variation. And then I would ask them, how would I write Roosters in the Pantry? And then I'll write it on the board, and then how would we play it? So they're all going to play together with your keyboard percussion, okay, with a good speed that's comfortable for everybody. And they can play several of these animal variations from the story. So you're basically deriving your variations from the storybook. And they can transpose. So if we could play that on the G and the D string, what other strings could be played on all the other strings? And so we're going to explore that possibility and maybe do a different animal on a different set of strings so they always get the exposure, so they're not always playing on the same string, or always on the D string and getting good there and not good on the other strings. So you're always going to be transposing, which is going to come in really handy as Do moves around, okay? So now, but for the older kids, instead, I'm not just going to refer to the storybook because we didn't really do that. But I did gather their 3x5 cards. So in preparation for this lesson, I'm going to have everybody's variation in the class on the board, right? And they're going to all maybe write the words or just have the composer of that variation remember their words, and then we're going to discover how each person's variation on the board. And then, I guess what I've done, I guess I have their 3x5 cards in front of me, right? Yeah. Okay, so I can get the words from that because their name is going to be on their card. I'll read the words and then they'll see the rhythm on the board. So I read the words, we identify the correct rhythm on there, and then they all play each variation together, right? Everybody's going to play everybody's variation. You're going to use the keyboard with providing the beat again, so there it keeps everybody together, and just have that experience. And you're going to notice that some of them are maybe a little bit more difficult, but the interesting thing to me is whenever I've done this exercise with a group of kids, it's pretty amazing to me that most of the variations are different from each other. You'll have some duplicates, obviously, here and there, but with different words, you come up with different rhythms. And so it's actually pretty engaging. There's a lot of thinking going on, even though they're still just playing open strings, right? Okay, they're thinking, and you're going to also have them transpose to other strings. So that's the main body of our work with the violins today for lesson 4. And especially for the older kids, it'll take a little bit of time to go through everybody's variation, depending on how many kids you've got in your class. But it's totally worth it. And then we're going to move to singing. And we'll just go straight here, okay? So all the violins are put away, and we're going to start out with a game. So I think I mentioned last time that the one rhythm we haven't done is This Old Man. So I'm going to insert a little clip here, and to show you how this game might be played. This old man, he played one. Okay? Everybody knows the song, right? This old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on my thumb. Now we're going to do a little pattern together. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give your dog a bone. Now when you're going to be this old man come rolling home, and you're going to go like this and try not to fall over. You're going to go, this old man came rolling home. Roll. And you're going to go to the end of the line. Give me this old man came rolling extra long. Okay, you don't have to very
not going to throw. I'm going to go fast.
Okay, you guys ready? Okay, ready? Donovan, and this old man, he played too. He played knick-knack on my shoe. Everybody, with the knick-knack, paddywhack, get it on. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played three. He played knick-knack on my knee. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, get it on. This old man came rolling. Okay, we gotta move the line this way now. Oh, this old woman. Well, that's okay. We'll do that. Okay, what number are we for? And this old man, he played four. He played knick-knack on my door with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give it all along. This old man came rolling home. Ready with five, and this old man, he played five. He played knick-knack on my hive with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give it all along. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played six. He played knick-knack on my sticks with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give it all along. This old man came rolling home. Let's go back to here. Then come over the corner. What number are we now? This old man, he played seven. He played knick-knack up to heaven with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give it all along. This old man came rolling
Wait, no.
home.
He played knick-knack later in 11.
Later in 11, those would work. That would be good. Okay. Okay, after the kids have played this old man, you're going to bring him back to sitting on the floor in front of you. And we're going to do something that's very important in our classroom, and that is to be able to distinguish between beat and rhythm, and give them activities so they can. And this is going to be a whole foundation of being able to play on a beat and with beat feeling. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with a drum. Now, I've got various kinds of drums. I like to use the bongos because if I'm distinguishing between beat and rhythm, the big one can be the beat and this one can be the rhythm, okay? And we're going to call this the community drum. But you know what? You don't have to have bongos. A community drum, community means that more than one child's going to be playing on it, right? Okay? You could just do something simple like this and hold it like this, so one child's on this side of it and the child's on this side of it. Or you can do something, here's something cool from Africa. Only you've got to you have to hold it so it's not touching the floor. On one side, and here's it on the other side. But obviously if you've got more than one child on the drum, then it has to be big enough that it's not too crowded. But I'm going to go back to my bongos because that's what I use. So the songs so far now that we've been singing in our class, we've sung Cherry Pie, Old Mother Witch, Cobbler, Cobbler, and This Old Man. At this point, we just barely did that. So I'm going to have, we're going to use a drum, and I'm just going to have one child. So whenever in the manual it says solos, that means one child is going to show the beat on the drum. Let's go with the bongos here. Okay? So they're all sitting out here, right? And so we're going to choose one child to beat the beat while everybody... Oh, there we go. We need to get the right resonance. So one child's on the beat and the whole class taps the rhythm in their hand. Okay? Step one. The next one is the solos. They're you're going to have a solo showing the beat and then a solo tap the rhythm. So what I usually do is I pass that drum around the circle. So this child over here is going to do the beat, and this child's going to tap the rhythm like this. My, me, oh my, how I love my cherry pie. And then to the next person down, now that person gets to do the beat, and this person gets to do the rhythm. So everybody's had a turn doing beat and rhythm. Okay? So those are solos. Solos tap the rhythm, and so that's how I use the community drum when they're both on the drums. And we're going to do that's just kind of a foundation and first step, but the first step of many of doing beat versus rhythm activities. Okay? Oh, now we get to get up and do another song called Paw Paw Patch. Where, oh, where is sweet little Susie? Where, oh, where is sweet little Susie? Where, oh, where is sweet little Susie? Way down yonder in the Paw Paw Patch. Now, Julia is going to lead this line, and we're going to sing, "Come on, boys, let's go find her." Can you guys know how to skip? You can't skip your own that. That's okay. It doesn't matter. We're just all gonna be boys right now. So you're gonna lead this line all and skip around and then come back. Ready and come on, boys, let's go find her. You say, come on, boys, let's go find her. Come on, boys, let's go find her. Way down yonder in the Paw Paw Patch. Okay, you ready and picking up pawpaws, putting them in the basket. Or picking up pawpaws, putting them in the basket. Picking up pawpaws, putting them in the basket. Way down yonder in the pawpaw.
I don't know how to do this.
Oh, it's okay. I just okay. Now you started on. Now you guys are the head couple. Where is my little Michael? Where, oh, where is my little Michael? Where, oh, where is my little Michael? Way down yonder in the Paw Patch. Now you're going to lead. We're going to go, come on, boys. So then you're going to. Who knows how to skip? Show me how you skip.
Me.
Okay. We got to skip around. Ready and come on. Oh wait, go this way, left around the line. Ready and come on, boys. Let's go find her. Come on, him. Let's go find him. Come on, boys. Let's go find her. What? Way down yonder in the Paw Paw Patch. Okay, now peel the banana. Come on, you guys got to peel the banana. That means you got to go right. Ready and picking up pawpaws, put them in the basket. Picking up pawpaws, put them in the basket. Picking up pawpaws, put them in the basket. What's your partner?
This is my partner.
Okay, picking up pawpaws, put them in the basket. What happened to your partner?
I don't know.
You're in the Paw Paw Patch. Okay. All right, so after they've been playing Paw Paw Patch with whatever version that you want to, and you can give them a little bit of a listening experience. It's nice to insert those so they get a repertoire of classical music that they've never heard before, and also that you can relay elements that they've been studying to the music. And you know, Vivaldi Four Seasons, any of those movements of the Four Seasons are wonderful for that. You can tell them a little bit about Vivaldi, the time period in which he wrote, the fact that he wrote for girls, for students in an orphanage, and had a lot of young people that he was training to play the violin, so he wrote for them. One particularly nice one of the concertos would be the autumn one, so I use that. So moving on from the group class and in the private lesson, I just wanted to call your attention to now, because some of the pages in their book we're not really going to address in the group class. That's why, or we're going to do it later. But we're now on page 8, so here it is. Here's the strings with all these crosses. So what does that mean anyway? That is a left-hand plucking page. And this is where the kids and you're going to notice that there's some rhythms down at the bottom of the page. Like for instance, here we have ta, 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 rest. And now they're going to learn some shifting. The thing about this, let's see, we grab my violin. That these shifting activities, you can insert this in the learning sequence any place. And if you want to delay this and do it a little bit later, you can, because they're a sequence in and of themselves. And you can put them in here, or you can do it later. But this is another idea that we all got from the pedagogue Paul Rowland back in the 1960s, and he was trying to encourage students to not be stuck in first position for 2 years. You've been getting them used to the fingerboard. So if we take one of those patterns, for instance, and here the kids are used to their hand resting here against the bout, right? So that's where we start. I'm going to pluck an A with that rhythm. Ta, 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 rest. And again, then I'm going to have them shift their hand. It makes it important for them to hold the violin with their head. Shift it down, and here is the low positions. Still, and do that very same pattern. Back to middle. And then high. So this, right here, they've got to make sure that their thumb is going to be coming up into that little nook into the neck, and so they can reach a high position here. So they don't really know, why is that called high? Why, because they don't really have any pitch associations. So you can demonstrate that aspect if you want to on your violin. Well, if I play up there with my finger down, that's where it's high. So but they're just going to learn that's where the high positions are. Okay, so here we go, high. So what I usually do is I have students practice that in a sequence. Middle, rest, rest, low, rest, rest. So there's still kind of beat feeling going on here, and then get way up there in the high, so that their hand is experiencing the entire fingerboard. Right? So Paul Rowland is a genius. He had all kinds of other activities, but can give him credit for those ideas. On page 9, this is a reading page, right? So when you've got beginners, it's good to isolate activities. So we've been doing right hand stuff and left hand. And well, the only left hand stuff we've been doing is just plucking, right? We haven't been doing, but they really haven't had to read. We've just been working on technique that doesn't require a lot of reading, but they've been learning rhythm, right? But they haven't been reading from the staff. But now, this page 9 is a reading page. So right now, they're going to know how to read this, and what they say the rhythm syllables, right? Ta, 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 ti, 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 ta. That's easy to do, okay? But then what I'm going to have them do is I'm going to play each one of those lines, both pizzicato with a beat feeling and arco. Probably pizzicato just to introduce because the page says arco. But the purpose of this page mostly is for them to have their eyes on the page, because so far they've just been having their eyes down, checking things out, getting their technique right. But now their eyes are on the page and they have to play by feel. That's really an important skill to practice, and here's where I'm introducing that. So they just got to have a right hand activity, and then they're reading. So combining bowing and reading, no left hand stuff going on, but just that, so they can learn to play by feel. And you're going to notice that when your students are reading, their eyes are going to be on the page. So I have to tell them, okay, so your eyes, I'm going to be watching your eyes. Make sure that they're still playing, they're still on the page of music. You're not going to look down, you're just going to play by feel. That will be the beginning of a skill that they're going to be continuing to work on. And the last page here for this lesson, private lesson, is the writing page. So here, they each get to make up their own 8-beat song, if you will, okay? And here's the rhythmic vocabulary that they have to choose from. They're going to use tas, TTs, or ta rest. And then they're going to write inside of the hearts, in this case, their rhythm. And they're going to execute it, they're going to play it with a right hand plucking. and they're going to play it with left hand plucking, and they're going to play it arco. So I would say they do the whole thing on one string. And then I'm going to, so it says play on one string, and then they're going to get really fancy, get creative. And I'm just going to say, you know what, you're the composer of this song, why don't you put a string crossing in there somewhere? Or if you want to get really, really fancy, then you can put more string crossings in. Maybe a string crossing to another string at the bar line. Or maybe if if the really daring, bold ones will put a string crossing on every single beat. But I'm going to give them the opportunity to be creative with that. And then everybody is going to, in the group class coming up, is going to be able to share their 8-beat composition with the rest of the class.